In honor of the Last Jedi, I give you my look at the 2008 animated film Star Wars The Clone Wars. A confession I have when I was younger. I didn't go to this movie when it first came out, that's because of the artwork. I don't know. I guess I was just too used to how Disney pushed doing things at the time, and there were other movies I was interested in when I was 16. There's someone I saw my favorite film, The Dark Knight, as well as Iron Man, Indiana Jones Kingdom of Crystal Skull, and among others. The film, directed by Dave Filoni, is essentially the feature-length pilot of the Cartoon TV series that later aired that year. I admit the show thankfully got better as it went. This film is one of the more infamous parts of Star Wars and among critics and a fair number of fans, and that is saying something. To give you an example of this, the film was currently the lowest ranked entry on the entire franchise on Rotten Tomatoes, with an 18% critical rating and 30% honest rating as of this rating. To put that into perspective, The Phantom Menace currently has 57% as of the 3D release in 2012, and even the infamous Hollywood has 43% approval. So, time for me to finally get this look as Disney has plans for numerous movies in the near future. Let's open it up. In lieu of an opening crawl, we get a very decent arrangement of the iconic theme music and some narration by titular Clone Wars at the Battle of Geonosis Episode 2. Not too bad. It's based on spin-off films that Disney has in mind from Rogue One onward planned to omit the crawl. Anyway, it seems that Jabba the Hutt's son, Rod, has been kidnapped by space pirates that fails Jedi Order to save him, even when the pressure to fight against the Separatists. Yeah, that sentence alone should give you an idea of how complicated this movie might get even set up for a TV show. Chancellor Palpatine orders Rod to be rescued, and then Obi-Wan Kenobi and Scar reporting from Christophsis. However, Master suspects there may be more to this kidnapping than meets the eye. As the opening moments of the film continue, I must address the art style right away. This kind of stylistic may have suited our cosplay version of the show well. It does look a bit odd in CGI, while a typical animated film takes at least 3 years to make. This film was made in at least just in 2 years. This can also be attributed to budget and time constraints, as for the costs, compare a bit. For the same summer, Pixar's WALL-E cost $180 million to make. First Corner of Panda cost $130 million. If you really want to get technical, the very first full-length CGI animated film, The Toy Story, cost a cool $30 million to make. The film was made for a paltry $8.5 million, roughly 2.5 million yes, the original A New Hope. That may seem praise when we break that down to roughly 4 22-minute TV episodes. For a feature-length film, you can see why so many have problems with it. Thought we'd address it right off, otherwise the review would be worth 3 hours long. On the plot's surface, Anakin, voiced by Matt Lanter, and Obi-Wan, voiced by James Arnold Taylor, catch about with a direct led by John Losum. I'm not going to make too much of that name, since consistent characters such as General Grievous, Darth Maul. It's to be expected when a series draws heavily from Flash Gordon series and heroes with similarly outlandish characters and insane stories. The clones and droids continue their fight with Anakin and Obi-Wan, slicing through them with their lightsabers, and even though that may have been similar to live-action films, the battle is pretty decent. The only definitely understands technical aspects of animation, given its background in fan episodes Avatar, The Last Airbender, my favorite Nicktoon ever, and one of my all-time favorite shows. As for the character designs, they were indeed influenced by anime as well as old Super Mario animation shows like Gary Atkinson's Thunderbirds. By the way, stay late from the live-action remake, it wasn't that good. Anyway, Losum falls back behind his shield and will help rise of Gruda Padalong, known as Ahsoka Tano, voiced by Ashley Eckstein. However, Anakin is none too thrilled about the idea, neither with a large number of fans. I will also admit I'm not the biggest fan of her character either, but it's how grew on me. Shemaya had been on the same level as someone like Leia, Padme, Rey, and now Jyn Erso. By the time she appeared in Rebels, she made a good contribution to a show I absolutely love. Above the planet's surface, the Republic convoy is engaged in battle with Separatists, but luckily, Obi-Wan was able to contact Yoda for even just as the communications go dead. Meanwhile, Asajj Ventress, voiced by Nico Futterman, rather than Great Alive, has taken Rada to an abandoned monastery where the prince will not be sensed. Turns out, the whole thing is set not only put the Jedi can sit, but the Hutts as well. Even though someone doesn't hate or even dislike the prequels, I admit that plot point doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Anyway, Anakin and Ahsoka meet with Captain Rex and determine they need to find a way to bypass Losum's shield and continue their push forward. Well, I kind of like the Brotherhood of the Clones. I really appreciate the camaraderie as the show itself went on. So, while Obi-Wan decides to go feign surrender with Losum, Anakin and Ahsoka devise when they get through the shield and deactivate it. Elsewhere, a pair of clone scouts find the monastery where Rada is being held in contact Mace Windu about the matter. While you're at, maybe your fellows could find Lone Star. Anyway, the monastery is on the planet of Teth, which actually doesn't look that bad, even CGI Boys know was one of the video game tie-ins. Windu orders the clones to take out the monastery for now, and Yoda says to go meet with Anakin and Obi-Wan to bring reinforcements. So, are you ready for this? Anakin and Ahsoka managed to slip by the shield and the enemy force him behind under a box. Hey, if Solid Snake can do it, so can a couple headstrong Jedi. Yet, the craziness of this setup doesn't end there, as Anakin and Ahsoka quickly show that maybe it's the Hall's idea. Get used to that banter, it happens a lot in this movie. Still, it's no more absurd than anything else they said in the saga. I recall Anakin listening like sand, not like Dory. Anyway, Anakin and Ahsoka run afoul of Droid Droid whenever such a power is called up. Now, why don't they do that to droidicas more often? As Lothston's courage keeps been ahead, the battle continues until the shield is destroyed. Admittedly, even for the battle isn't on the same level as live action films or many films contemporaries, it's serviceable. So the reinforcements finally arrive as Anakin and Ahsoka alter ego tell the story of their battle. Yes, I said earlier, it's Flex basically a test run of the show and did get better with each passage story arc and season. After that, Anakin and Ahsoka test rescuing Jabba's son by Obi-Wan Yoda, and it turns out he has key transfer rights to her in the Outer Rim to help get tactical advantages to whoever wins his favor. Interesting that someone this disgusting has a child use a bargain jumper scenario. Not a stretch in this day and age, but still. It also turns out the bounty hunter set that Jabba sent to find Rada are dead. Jabba demands chance to send help in exchange for use of his space in the Outer Rim. There are appealing plot points a lot, that's because the movie itself does too. It's more like 4 TV episodes than the usual film. 2 clone scouts return from Ted and inform Anakin's situation, and while he and Ahsoka search for Rada, one goes to Jabba's parents on Tatooine and tell Jabba that the Jedi are on the case. Protocol droid leader leads Obi-Wan to go out to Slime kid at Jabba's Punky Muffin, much to Obi-Wan's bemusement. Yeah, you and me both, Obi-Wan. Can think of many nicknames Jabba might have for his son. Punky Muffin is not one of them. So the clones head to Teth, where Anakin and Ahsoka and Obi-Wan tells them they only have one planetary rotation to rescue Rada. The stage will actually fairly create a battle inside of a mountain while they reach a monastery on top. However, maybe it's just me, but I never knew what to make of Kevin Kline to introduce electronic music and rock guitars to the score. I did really enjoy Michael Giacchino's arrangement of Rogue One, and I'm excited to hear John Powell's music in the Han Solo movie. Anakin deduces that Dooku was expecting them and need to find Rada and get out as soon as they can. Ahsoka exposits that she read about the Bolomar monsters at the temple, and Anakin points out the smugglers turn their own retreats. And the monks just let them? Well, they're generally in no position to argue when they're dead. The protocol droid leads an attention level and eventually lets Dooku know that everything's going according to plan. They're taking out some droids keeping watch. They find Rada, and in hindsight that kind of looks like a plucked Rowlet. Ezra who want to marry Jabba and have children with him. The less I know about how Hutts mate, the better. Rada is also ill, and droid quote minds Anakin saying I hate Hutts. Somehow. Again, very complicated way to frame the Jedi for this, since Dooku and Ventress just cut the middleman bringing Rada back themselves when Jabba's fair use of his space lanes. Still, when Anakin and Ahsoka found out, the escape plan actually leads to a relatively decent action scene. Again, it's amazing how quickly the animation improves with each passing season, especially Spiritual Sister Rebels. Even if Cosmonaut Variety doesn't like that show. I do, quite a bit in fact. So, Anakin and Ahsoka are able to steal a ship from another platform where Rada points it out, and Ahsoka even beheads a droid been given too much grief before. Well, that's brutal. I'm not sure of the series, but I still expect that more from one of the Robot Chicken spooks not featured like part of a TV cartoon. R2 is not only able to get the ship started, but also has moves from Rada's fever. That's convenient. Also, one of the side effects of Minister makes Rada pass gas. So I think people give the Phantom Menace so much heat for fight jokes. Amidst a flurry of droid fighters, clone gunships, and giant insects, Obi-Wan and the clones manage to distract Ventress long enough so Anakin and Ahsoka can escape. Well, I've seen weirder escape scenarios from the series. No way to almost getting crushed on a garbage masher. So as Anakin and Ahsoka head to Tatooine Rada until Dooku tricks Jabba into thinking it's charged dead by Jedi's hand. Again, very complicated way to approach this, and the result to be a spacecraft shot over Tatooine. Was it Anakin and Ahsoka journey across the dunes to bring Rada back? Back on Coruscant, Padme Amidala decides to contact Jabba the Hutt's Uncle Zero the Hutt. It just happens to be on the one of the levels of Coruscant. Too bad that 1313 game got cancelled. We see Zero in his nightclub. In addition to speaking English rather than Huttese, sounds like Truman Capote and looks like we believe in that before Christmas. He's also behind everything, including Rada's kidnapping. Once again, while he will become a recurring character in the TV series, it kind of comes out of nowhere in terms of pace for a movie. Anyway, Padme goes to Zero's club, makes some quick thinking from C-3PO, the clowns for all they need to vindicate the Jedi Rada's kidnapping. Back on Tatooine, Anakin and Ahsoka continue the journey across the treasures of Jabba's palace. Even if the animation still pales in comparison compared to its temperatures that year, I think the skeleton of the crate dragon is a nice touch in the background. Anakin senses Count Dooku's presence, and he and Ahsoka decide to split to protect Rada. Dooku confronts Anakin and swoop by from Attack of the Clones, and two engage in lightsaber duel with Rada. Well, it's not my favorite bit out of between them. It does go better than Battle in Episode 2. Dooku compliments Anakin on his progress and actually adds a little bit to duel Revenge of the Sith. I actually never thought about that before. Dooku also realizes Anakin's home planet, but Anakin's given Rada Ahsoka so she can return him to Jabba. Anakin even tells Dooku she's more skilled than he thinks. I agree. She does get better across the series, especially in Rebels. Anakin steals Dooku's swoop back to Sister Ahsoka, who's engaged in battle with a trio of Manda guards. Nigel kind of warned me that I would get, but I guess no one's in the air to call the police. After a mix-up with their translator, Ahsoka manages to take out all the guards, and I guess using droids is so more friendly than using humans or body count. So, Rhoda is returned to Jabba, and Padme thankfully chimes the message with Jabba about what really happened. Wouldn't be the last time this happens, especially with their future daughter doing in Jabba and wearing a revealing outfit. I miss Carrie Fisher. Even more, Anakin and Padme confess eternal gratitude of each other. That's what she said. So we close on the public winning Jabba's favor in the extra routes they need, and Dooku telling a hologram of Darth Sidious our vengeance will be theirs. So begins a tale of Star Wars, the Clone Wars. While I can understand how many fans were disappointed at the time, on later viewing this movie it's actually not as bad as I thought it would be. It's not the worst movie I've ever seen, but it's far from the best. I could never say what it is, it's okay. Maybe when I was younger, just being okay was the biggest disappointment I had. However, even though it's currently my least favorite Star Wars film, the TV show at launch length gets better as it goes. There are some good storylines for the A-Line satisfying improvement in the second season with the introduction of characters such as Bounty Hunter Cad Bane. Even the animation gets better with each passing season. In hindsight, maybe it got a lot of heat it got was a theatrical production would have worked a lot better as a TV movie. While talk pursuits of Disney made their own animated spin-off another live action franchise, I think when I was younger I may have overreacted. Even as someone who doesn't hate or even dislike the prequels, in many ways the film's reputation preceded it. It's also the lowest grossing film in the franchise, despite recouping its low budget. Overall, it's not as bad as many would suggest, but it's also not in the same league as the other films it's named for. My final rating is 2 stars out of 4. I hope you enjoyed my look at this film. I will be going to Last Jedi when it opens. Whatever Episode 9 and the other spin-off films have in store, I will look forward to it. May the Force be with you all.